got that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. I'm with the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
I just got bags from Prada. Rolling up. I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to one of our favorite spots, venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New Orleans Saints and the Chicago Bears. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Play fake. Mayfield. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. He's got a man. Complete. Past the 20. Touchdown, New Orleans. Calvin Ridley with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Mike, 8! Right there in the middle, 55. Rip left.
Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears. A CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
On the catch, it's Duke Johnson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down.
20.
The pitch to Gurley. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Here's Newton. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't
when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. It leaves them with 3rd and just a yard.
Check, 55, Mike.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go. No. Off. Check. Crunch.
8. Check. Great. 8.
Under crunch. Say,
Back to the ground, this time with Gurley. And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a first down. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. So on the heels of the run by Todd Gurley, another 1st and 10. Now it's Newton. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. They'll get to him just inside the 15-yard line. And even after that fancy footwork we saw, a good job defensively to recover. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Here's Newton. He'll buy some time right. And this is going to be intercepted. John Johnson with the INT. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now.
And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. 30. 10. Touchdown, New Orleans. Darius Geis. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Saints are able to strike quickly for 6. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And that'll make the score 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field.
In just about every special teams meeting, there's a discussion with the punter about his importance. Why? He can flip the field for your team defensively, move it deep into their own territory, or if you're backed up on offense, and he can hit a big punt and change field position and help his defense. In this case, though, field position got flipped by the return team. You can do it so many different...
Going for Hilton, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line. So more problems here in this first quarter. Already 2 scores down, and here they give away the football.
And if I'm the head coach, I think it's time to start lighting a fire under some of these guys. Now, you have to do it within your personality. They can't perceive it as fake. But I'd go get after some guys because they don't look ready to play to me. They look flat, uninspired. It's time to get moving.
Following the interception, Mayfield. This is caught. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Calvin Ridley with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Extra point hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And that makes the score 21-0. This fielded at the 2. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah,
and look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. This is Geis. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Geis with the carry on 2nd down. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. The Saints with the football here to begin quarter number 2 as they go to work on a 1st and goal.
180! You must be
Geis, they'll try to run it. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Darius Geis with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Extra point safely through. And the route is on here in this first half. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. You've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time, first half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Here's Gurley now out of the gun. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
It got his man complete. The 30, 20, 10, touchdown, New Orleans. Noah Fant, 91 yards, as his guys continue to pour it on.
That's it. Here we go. Here we go.
Extra point up and through. And the route is on here in this first half.
Bears, nothing.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Gurley with a carry on first down. He'll only get a couple. 2nd and 8 forthcoming. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Newton. Rush coming, And he's taken down. Devin Bush. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. The Bears on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. Throwing is Newton. Going right side here, and that's complete. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catch.
Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
This time able to hold on to the football, but not much room to run. So on 4th down, on comes Robbie Gould in the field goal unit for the Bears. This from 44 yards away. And that hits the right upright and caroms away. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And you just kind of get the sense that this team's been snake-bitten a little bit here. They just have not had anything go their way.
It's like they collectively walked under a ladder on their way into the stadium. What else could go wrong?
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Here we go.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big. You're being... Todd Gurley, wave goodbye. He's at the 40. The 20, 10, and he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Todd Gurley, 81 yards, and the Bears are in for 6. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
Watch the pass.
And the drive begins with a run by Geis. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They stay on the ground. Geis again. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
180.
It's 59. Mike the 59. Here we go, D. Here I come.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 41-yard line. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jeff Heath. And he is all the way up past the 25. So cancel the interception, pass interference.
And you know what else gets canceled? The return yardage. Makes the play, but now it's all for naught.
180.
Check 59. Ricky.
On first down, this is Geis. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Some good strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Again they run. Again it's Geis. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Saints take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash in for 6. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the 2nd X point he's missed so far. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the linebacker, Raekwon McMillan. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used the calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
They'll run with Geis. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
180. Hurry.
And the Saints first down.
Now a give. Right side, it's Geis. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Defense wins championships, baby.
Geis.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
The former Purdue Boilermaker, Raheem Mostert, and he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. And that gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Man, that's trash. That's trash.
Throw left side complete. That's Black. A good display of power, but it will only get him just inside the 5 to the 4. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. On the ground, it's Geis. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Taking it in from 4 yards out as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And that rushing touchdown, his 4th, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good win.
Todd Gurley, wave goodbye. The 40, past the 20. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Todd Gurley with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Bears claw one back. Oh, I was just about to say he had missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When you go to the backup, let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. He's got his tight end Fant. 20, 10, 5. And he takes this thing way down into Chicago territory. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
59. Hey, me and you all day. Hurry. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
Again, Geis. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
They run with Geis. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. And no move to take the offense on the field. They're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th and goal. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So now on 4th down, Sean Payton's going to turn it over to the field goal unit. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And this one is right through. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. He finds an opening past the 40. And finally brought down right at the midfield stripe. 25 yards to pick up there and also a first down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Gurley again here on first down. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pad.
Oh, he tried to pitch it and the ball's loose. And this is picked up by the Saints. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely.
180! 59, Mike to 59.
Yeah.
Here's Geis. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
It's Geis on the counter. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. 3rd down, here's Geis. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards. Now Mostert. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
First and goal, New Orleans.
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for New Orleans, they just keep on rolling as they move to 9-2 with a win here. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Atlanta to take on the Falcons. Meanwhile, for Chicago, the problems just get worse and worse as they fall to 2-9 now on the year. And they'll be off to Minneapolis next week for a look at new U.S. Bank Stadium and a date with the Vikings. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin.
This ain't nothing for the pack. Got 16 sitting in the lap. Whole squad all dressing all black. Every single last one of them got my back. Hey, 20 of us, that's 20 goons in the ice cream whip, triple school. I got 3 strikes, ain't got to lose. When it's all on the line, what you gonna do? Come on, I'm highly favored. Don't wanna play me, no conversation, ain't got time for no debating. It's for the taking, no hesitation. Don't try my patience. I'ma pour out one for the set, boy, till there's nothing left. On a run to the bread until we all got them baguettes. Hear them footsteps coming, cause we coming for the check. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. Lost my dogs, they by my side. We gon' ride till we die.